Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss paper 1 MCQs 1 May June 2019, and the first question is, what is the main function of bookkeeping? The main function of bookkeeping is to record the information in the books of accounts, and the C option is correct, recording information. And number second is, which does not reduce the owner's capital, and the A option is correct, business expenses paid using a personal check. When an owner paid business expenses from his personal funds, this will not reduce his capital. And number third is, what would be recorded by debit entry in a ledger account? And C option is correct, an increase in an asset. When asset will increase, it will be debited. And first option A is, a decrease in asset is credit, an increase in liability is credit. And D option is, an increase in capital employed, this will also credit. And C option will be debited. And 4 option is, in April Meena sent Ralph invoices for $170, $240 and $125 and a credit note for $63. In the same month, Ralph sent Meena's a debit note $70 and a check for $107. What was the balance on Meena's account in Ralph's books on 1st May? And the C option is correct, how Meena's account in Ralph's books of accounts. And the three invoices received Ralph from Meena purchases, that is purchases for Ralph. 3 invoices, 170, 240 plus 125 will be equal to 535. Total purchases will be 535 during the month. And the 63 credit note means return outwards from Ralph, that is 63. And Ralph paid to Meena $107 with check, and the remaining will be balance 365. This will be the balance, that is credit balance. It will be the liability of Ralph and the asset of the Meena. And the 70 debit note will not be included in this account, because when supplier will accept this debit note, then it will be included in the books of accounts. And 5th one is, Tahir purchased goods on credit from Jasmine. How did Jasmine record this? Books of prime entry, original entry, account to be debited, account to be credited. And D option is correct, sales. Jasmine will record in sales journal. Tahir will be debit because Tahir is his account, her account receivable. And sales will be credit because sales is always credit, and Tahir will be his asset as a account receivable. And 6th one is, Jane invoiced John for goods 5,000. John took a cash discount of 5% and sent Jane a check for the month due. Which entries will appear in the Jane's cash book? And Jane will record this entry in the books of record. Bank will be debited by 4,720 because 5% of 5,000 will be 250. That will be discount allowed by Jane's to John's. and this will be discount allowed. This will be an expense for Jane. It will be debited, and remaining balance which he received uh, via check, that is 4750. These both amounts will be debited and 5000 will be credited, which was the asset of the Janes as account receivable of John. So A option will be correct. 250 will be debit as a discount allowed, and 4750 will be debit in the bank account. After receiving her bank statement, Lynn updated her cash book. Which item would reduce the overdrawn balance in the cash book? First, bank interest received. Second will be credit transfer received, direct debit payment. And first two options will be reduce the overdrawn balance because it will increase the cash, increase the bank account, and reduce the overdrawn balance. And third one will be reduce the bank account and it will increase the overdrawn balance. So first and second, A option will be correct in it, first and second only. And the eighth option is the following accounts appeared in the ledger of Chan. Chan is the purchaser and his seller is Fu account. Fu is his liability. Chan's liability is $100 on 1st March 2019, and he purchased more goods from Fu, $250 on 12th March, and he paid to Fu on 28th March $100 with check, and his remaining balance is 250, that is his liability on the end of the 31st March. And this is the liability of Chan and the asset of the Fu. Which statement is correct? And the C option is correct. On 28th March, Chan paid Fu $100 by check, because remaining three options will not be correct.